Being a teacher is a beautiful heavenly feeling. A teacher is ready to do anything to make her student understand. It is the teacher who shapes the future of the student. Teachers can make the best out of an ordinary person. Teachers can truly do miracles. In this video, we want to justify the qualities and attitudes of an effective teacher. We also want to communicate clearly, freely, fluently, and meaningfully with the students. Also to increase the level of class productivity through knowledge of child psychology. Some of you, dear viewers, might already be a teacher. So what type of a teacher you like to be? Do you want to be just a teacher? Or do you want to be just a good teacher? Or do you want to be an effective teacher? Do you want to be an excellent teacher? Or you want to be a super teacher? Who is an effective teacher? The effective teacher is the one who does things right consistently. She affects and touches lives. An effective teacher exhibits positive expectation for all the students and has a goal of striving for excellence. An effective teacher is flexible and adaptable. She listens carefully, communicates clearly, understands the psychology of the students, and is familiar with the rights of the students. One of the most important things for an effective teacher is the communication skills. It is a teacher's role to remove any fear and inhibitions that a student may have towards a subject. Effective body language is the most powerful communication skill that a teacher must possess. Good presentation skills includes a powerful body language supported by verbal skills. If you want to communicate freely and fluently, you need to practice. Here are 4 things to practice daily to improve your communication skills. First and foremost is to listen. Listen more and more. A good teacher should be a very good listener. Second one is speak. Speak more and more. And the third one, which is a never-ending practice, is read. Read more and more. A teacher has to read all the time. And the fourth one is observe the body language more and more. The body language of yourself as well as of others who talk to you. Here are top 10 communication skills. Again, we talk about listening. Being a good listener is one of the best ways to be a good communicator. Non-verbal communication, your body language, your eye contact, your hand gestures, and tone of voice all color the message you are trying to convey. Clarity and concision, friendliness, confidence, empathy, open-mindedness, and respect are all making your communication skills prominent. You might have heard of Nicholas Long saying, "Always say what you mean and mean what you say, but don't say it in a mean way." What What makes a teacher's communication more effective? Once again, on the top of the list is listen. I think by now you have come to know that listening is the main key in communication skills. Also, describe clear goals. Give praise. Be accessible. Build teamwork. Use humor. Embrace variety. Keep it real with examples of life. If you want to communicate effectively, you should understand the child with whom you are communicating. You should know the child's psychology. You should know the child as an individual. Should be clear about child's emotional state, child's physical health, child's social status, such as exposure to abuse or so on, child's abilities, attitudes, and capabilities. You should also know the child's background, cultural background, socioeconomic background, family setup, or support system of the child. A teacher should be clear about the child's environment, about the peer group of the child, neighborhood, school. You should also know who are the role models of the child and what is the aim of the child in her life. If you want to be an effective teacher, a good communicator, you have to respect the rights of the child. First and foremost is right to live with dignity, right to best education, right to good health, right to good environment, right to be treated fairly, and a right to be healthy. Also at the same time, the right to childhood. Most of the teachers are wondering that why the students misbehave in the class. Some of you already know the reason, and you must be thinking of the way to take care of it. But some of you are still confused that why do the children misbehave in the class? Some of these students are looking for attention from peers or from adults. Some of them want to attain power or attain control over the class or over their friends. Some of the students are revengeful or they want to do retaliation. Some of them, out of fear of failure, they misbehave. They react. And there are few students who are following a wrong role model and they imitate, and that is how they misbehave. A teacher has to be proactive. She should have the remedial measures for students' misbehavior. Teachers should be mentally and strategically ready that there might be some students in the class who would disturb the class. For that, she should plan prior to coming to the class. She should also think of remedial measures for correcting students' behavior, making classroom rules, or any other discipline measure would help her to work easily. I'm sure most of you know about classroom rules. Why should we make rules for the class? Rules are usually made to specify the consequences of a good or a bad behavior. Effective teachers introduce rules, procedures, and routines on the very first day of school and continue to teach and reinforce them throughout the school year. Here I have some tips for you, dear teachers. Teachers who are ready maximize the students' learning and minimize the students' misbehavior. So are you ready? If you want the child to behave, in a certain way, teach it to the child. If you expect to maintain the behavior of the child, encourage it, acknowledge it, and reinforce it. Teachers can truly make miracles. Some of the evidences of the miracles done by the teachers are you and me. And that is why we are here today, just because of our teachers.